All right, today's lesson is on surface area of prisms. So a prism, the two that we're going to be looking at are rectangular prisms and triangular prisms. And what they have in common, well, they each have different bases. So here's my rectangular prism, and I'm just going to make these two outside sides my base. And if those are my base, look at the shape that connects the bases together. They're all rectangles connecting my rectangular base. So that's my rectangular prism. For the triangular prism, the only thing different is the base. Only thing different is the base. So here, the base is made up of triangles, but now look, what is the shape that connects the two bases together? It's still rectangles. So a prism can have any shape as the base, but what definition of a prism is that the shape that connects the bases is a rectangle. So if you open up your packet to a notes page with the grid paper, we're going to take notes on how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism and then a triangular prism. And there's two ways to do this, and I want to show you both ways because I usually get about half and half students prefer. One way is this formula, which it says to find the surface area you have to do 2 times the area of one base plus the perimeter of one base times the height of the prism. And then there's another way to find the surface area, which is simply, we're going to break this up and find the area of each face. So I'm actually going to show you how to find the surface area by breaking it up first, and then we'll do the formula second. So here is my rectangular prism. So I want you to sketch this on your notes. So it has the height of 6, and then here would be a base, which is 4 by 2, and then the top also 4 by 2. So if we just find the area of each face of all 6 sides, you will have the surface area if you add them all up. So over here is the net of this prism. I think of taking the 3D shape and unfolding it so it's flat. So my bases are here and here, 2 times 4. And then let's see, this is 6 times 4. And then these sides are only 2 by 6, so I have a 2 by 6. Another 4 by 6, and a 2 by 6. So that represents all of the faces of my rectangular prism if they were unfolded lying flat. So now I'm going to find the area of each rectangle, and just add them all up. Alright, so 2 times 4 is 8. 6 times 4 is 24. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12, 6 times 4 is 24, and 2 times 6 is 12. So if I then just add up, what is 8 plus 24 plus 8 plus 12 plus 24 plus another 12? And if you add up each of those areas, you should get 88 units squared. So that right there is the surface area of this prism. So now we're going to find the surface area again of the exact same prism, but we're going to use the formula this time so you can decide which way you like the best. Alright, so this time using the formula. So I want to find each of these, the big B, the big P, the little h. So starting out, area of the base. In a rectangular prism, you kind of have leeway on which one you make your base, but I'm going to go ahead and make this one my base. So the area of my base is 4 times 2 which is 8. Now I need to find the perimeter of my base. So let's mark all my other sides. So the perimeter is 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4, which is 12. And then the height of the prism is basically the number that you didn't use for your base. So the height is 6. So if we just plug that, all of those things into our formula, 2 times the area of the base is 8, plus the perimeter 12, times the height 6. Alright, so 2 times 8 is 16, plus 12 times 6 is 72, and 16 plus 72 is 88. So 88 units squared. We get the exact same surface area, 1 if you break it all apart, or 2 if you use the formula. You can decide which one you like better. Alright, for our second example, we will do a triangular prism. And just a reminder that it's a triangular prism because the base is the triangle. So if you use the formula, just make sure that when you're dealing with base, you're dealing with the triangle. All of the other shapes are a rectangle. Alright, and just like we did before, we're going to find the surface area by finding the area of each face and adding it up, and then we'll find the surface area using the formula. So here I have unfolded my triangular prism. So the base, the triangle, 2 triangles are now here and here. And if you look, the edges of my triangle, I have one that's 6 and then 2 that are 5. So this part here has dimensions 6 by 12. So I have a 6 by 12 here. And then because it's an isosceles triangle, these are both 5, I will have 2 of the same dimensions, 12 by 5 and 12 by 5. So let's find the area of each side and add them up. So area of a triangle, if you remember, base times height divided by 2. So 6 times 4 is 12, or sorry, 6 times 4 is 24, and divided by 2 is 12. So both my triangles have area 12. Let's see, this rectangle is 12 times 6, which is 72, 12 times 5, which is 60, 12 times 5 again, which is 60. So let's see, I have 12 plus 72 plus 12 plus 60 plus another 60. And if you add all of those up, you should get 216 units squared. Alright, now let's find the surface area of this triangular prism using the formula so you can see which one you like better. Alright, so the generic formula for a triangular prism is the same as the rectangular prism. The only difference is how you find the area of the base, and the perimeter of the base, it changes. So let's look. We have to find, alright, so we have to find the area of the base, which is the triangle. So 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. Now, we have to find the perimeter of the base, just means add up the outsides. So 6 plus 5 plus 5 is 16. And then the height. So the height is whatever number has nothing to do with the base. So in this case it's 12. A common mistake is to think, well, it's it's 4 units tall, but it's actually whatever number has nothing to do with the base is the height. So once you have all of those numbers, let's plug in to the formula. So the surface area is 2 times the area of the base, 12, plus the perimeter of the base, 16 times the height, 12. And 2 times 12 is 24. And then 16 times 12 is 192. And when you add those two up, you should get the same 216 units squared. So there is how you find surface area of prisms, both triangular prism and rectangular prism. You just have to decide if you like to use the formula or if you like the method of breaking your shapes and finding the area of each individual shape and adding them all up. So good luck with the lesson, and I will be interested to know which method you like better.